Hello, this is BradTheMan45 as always, and welcome back to My Life in Games, which I just find somebody, ask them a few questions and then let them go again without any harm. So today I have with me...
Hey everyone, Game3Crazy here.
How are you doing?
Doing fine.
Good to know, good to know. Right, let's get right down to it. What is your first game?
My first game is a game from my childhood, one that quite a few people have probably already seen my LP of, which I haven't finished, and it's currently kind of on hold while I don't want to do something in it. Pokemon Crystal.
Nice choice. So, why did you pick that game?
Pokemon Crystal was my first RPG I played. It was the first, game that was kind of, big at the time, because, it was the first Pokemon game I played, so, at the time I had seen Pokemon from my friends at school, like probably everyone else.
Yeah.
And, it was just such a great series from what I saw of them with Red, Blue, and Yellow. And, then I got Crystal, and it was such a bigger game, it was entertaining, it was very fun, and it brought me into RPGs.
Yeah. I pretty much started a similar way. I watched one of my friends play Emerald and I got that game and yeah, it all spiraled from there. Okay. So are RPGs like a major game that you try to go for?
Yeah, I guess it'd be one of my more major genres I play. RPGs are probably up there, and platform adventures as well, things like that.
Yeah, quite a few people have them up there. So why specifically Pokemon Crystal instead of the other games? Is it because that was your first one and it left a major impact on you, or what was it?
Yeah, it was partially because it was the first Pokemon game that I owned. I guess I technically did play some of my friend games. I remember one time I was playing Gold version, and I ran into a legendary for my friend, apparently. Just randomly while exploring the world.
Alright.
Yeah. He was pretty happy when I showed him. I was like, dude, I ran into this. Yeah, and also because, I had seen some of Silver and Gold, and the game was changed too. Well, that was another good reason. It was the same game, but different.
Yeah. You don't often see that in games.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say the most memorable part of it was then?
Most memorable part. I have to say for me, getting the 8th gym badge, because I still remember so much about it. I was on vacation with my family, and I brought my Game Boy with me. I was just playing the thing the entire trip. I'd had trouble before, with the 8th gym battle, and then on that trip I just finally beat it. I was like, yes, finally done.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Quite a few memories of mine are tied in with different holidays and stuff like that. Okay then. Is there anything else that you'd like to say on Pokemon Crystal?
Not really.
Okay, fair enough. Do you want to move on to your next game then?
Sure.
So, fire away.
Alright, my next game was also from my childhood, but slightly later. It was Mega Man 8, the PSX version, if we can be, to be particular.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. It doesn't really matter. So, why did you pick that one then?
I picked that one because that was actually one of the first games where I noticed I was getting better at video games. When I originally started the game, you can compare this to my LP if you want. I could not beat any of the Robot Masters at all. I completely failed at them. I actually had my uncle come over and beat them for me when I was younger. The first one I actually beat is going to be one of the ones in the second group of Robot Masters that we're going to have later in my LP. I'll tell the story then, but for now I'm just going to kind of keep that hush.
Yeah, spoiler alert and all that. Okay, so Mega Man is quite famous for its difficulty level and high difficulty curves and stuff like that. Would you say that this was something that encouraged you to have a go at it, like for the challenge, or what was it?
Yeah, I guess that was one thing that made me kind of want to go for it, because, I mean, when I was a kid, I was just always sitting there, okay, come on, let's kill this Robot Master, and then I would just fail, getting maybe like half their health gone.
Yeah.
And I just eventually tried that, and now I can beat them as easily as it's been happening in my LP.
Yeah, fair enough. So what would you say that attracted you to it then?
I don't really know what attracted me to it. I mean, it was just kind of some random game my parents got me, and they thought I'd like, and they happened to pick good.
Fair enough. Why not then? So Mega Man 8 is it's along the line of a long list of games, all the way back to 1, I would guess. So would you say that this buying Mega Man 8 was influenced from the earlier games, which it doesn't sound like from what you've said? Or was it the other way around? Has it made you buy more Mega Man games?
Well, I started with 8. We didn't have any of the other ones. I don't really remember having that many games for our NES or SNES. I actually think my uncle might have had a play in this, because I'm pretty sure he played like a few of the Mega Man games.
Yeah, okay. Alright, fair enough. Would you say, so you said earlier that you liked platforming sort of games. So has Mega Man 8 influenced that, or is it like just a long list of games that influenced it?
Yeah, it definitely influenced that. I mean, it brought me into 2D platformers a bit more than like Mario's and stuff like that did. Just because, well, I mean, it has some kind of jerkish jumps based on enemy placement.
Yeah, I think I've seen a few of them.
Yeah.
Alright, is there anything more that you'd like to say on Mega Man 8?
Nope, nothing I can think of.
Okay, fair enough. So, let's move on to your final game.
My final game is even later in my childhood, I guess. I can't really decide on which one, but I'll just say Sly Cooper in general.
Just like the whole series?
Yeah, just kind of the whole series.
Okay, fair enough. So, not everybody might have heard, including myself, who have heard of these games, so why don't you just give a brief description of the general mechanics and stuff?
The Sly Cooper series, it's a game where you play a raccoon and he's a master thief. So you go around stealing stuff from people, but the people you steal from are other thieves, generally. And what you steal is generally something that was taken from you in the first place. Like, in the first game, you're taking back a book that was stolen from you when you were a kid, called the Thievius Raccoonus. That's what the game is called, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. And then it changes to other things like clockwork parts, which I won't go into what those are, and then 3 is just trying to get into your family vault.
Alright, okay. So it's basically like it sounds sort of like a sort of stealthy sort of game.
Yeah, it's a stealthy platformer kind of game.
So it's like if Snake was a raccoon.
Yeah, if Snake was a raccoon is actually pretty accurate.
Okay, fair enough. So why did you pick that game then?
Well, the game was probably one of the better PS2 games at the time. Arguably, the Jack series might also be up there, but I chose Sly in the end because it has the whole, you're a thief, but you steal from other thieves, so it kind of has a whole world isn't black and white
Yeah.
thing to it.
So it's quite deep.
That
Yeah.
I like. Yeah.
Okay. So, what attracted you to this game rather than the Jack series and all those other games that look pretty similar?
What did attract me to this? This game I actually did ask for, but I think it was. I think it was the people who made the game, because I played some games from them before.
Alright, okay. What games have they made before?
I can't remember what games I played before theirs, to be honest. Like, my childhood is random jump cuts, pretty much for me.
Alright, fair enough.
Sometimes.
Okay. So, I've noticed that you've got, like, lots of different, like, you've got Nintendo, then Capcom, then whoever made this that I'm going to very quickly look up. So, would you say that it's allowed you to have more scope for viewing other games? Like, you wouldn't just specifically go for Nintendo ones. Would you say that was the case?
Yeah, definitely. I've had so many systems growing up. I grew up with the Sony system and the Nintendo system as well, technically, I guess, because I did have an NES and SNES.
Yeah.
And now I got the 360 sitting in here.
Alright, fair enough. So, yeah, so you've got quite a few consoles there, so does that mean that you don't specifically go for the actual first party ones? Do you like just look for obscure ones in particular, or do you look for whatever attracts your attention?
It's just kind of whatever attracts my attention. I don't really have anything in particular I look for games. Just something that I look at and I say, that looks like it'd be fun, and I've heard it's got good reviews. It was okay.
Okay, fair enough. I'm actually looking at the people who made it right now. Is it Sucker Punch Productions that?
Yeah.
They apparently made Rocket Robot on Wheels. Then they moved on to the Sly Cooper series, then the Infamous series. Apparently.
Yeah, I think that was it. I think I played Rocket Robot on Wheels. I didn't actually have an N64, but my cousin had one. I went over to there to play a lot. That was like one game that we liked playing.
I have seen a bit of footage from that game, and it's quite a quirky little title. Right, okay, so is there any more that you would like to say on the Sly Cooper series?
No.
Okay, I think that about winds it up then. So, is there anything that you would like to advertise or promote?
I guess my channel, it's wvgAm3CrAzY. Go over, leave a comment, whatever.
Links in the description.
Yeah, links in the description, hopefully.
If I don't forget.
And then if Brad doesn't forget. And if you're, I'm going to put this in a playlist, so if you're watching from, like, the playlist on my channel, go and check out Brad's channel.
No, stay away. Stay away. Don't want you.
Stay away from Brad's channel, he has told you.
I've got a do not disturb sign up at the moment. So, I guess that's about it. Wait a second, there's one more thing that I was going to say. No, there wasn't, I've already said it. Okay, so that's all good. So, I think it's time to thank you for being my guest.
It was my pleasure, Brad.
And we will see you wherever we will see you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.